you've ever wondered how to build a life that actually means something, not just in 5 months, but in the next 50 years, this video is for you. Today, I'll break down how the ancient Egyptians created long-lasting legacies and, more importantly, how you can use their thinking to design a life that you're proud of. You'll learn their rituals, mental models, and long-term strategies translated into modern practical steps. Let's get into it. If there's one thing Egyptians understood better than most civilizations, it's legacy. They built pyramids that survived storms, invasions, civilizations, and time itself. Not because they wanted monuments, but because they believed your life should mean something even after you're gone. And ironically, that mindset might be exactly what's missing in our generation. We think in minutes, they thought in centuries. This video is not about ancient gods or myths. It's about the strategy for meaningful living, the rituals that trained them to think beyond ego, beyond trends, beyond distraction. Maat was their principle of order, clarity, and truth. Every morning, Egyptians recited simple declarations like, I did not waste my time, I acted with clarity, I built something of value. These weren't prayers, these were daily performance reviews. Think of Maat as the original personal operating system. What could be the modern equivalent? Modern equivalent could be your morning intention, your priority list, your non-negotiable values. People who build legacies don't live reactively. They live intentionally. We see this mindset today in James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, who says identity drives action. Indra Nooyi, who kept a one-pager principle sheet on her desk. Jocko Willink, whose life is built on discipline and truth. The modern world forces you to react. Egyptians taught themselves to respond with clarity. Egyptians documented everything, not because they were obsessed with writing, but because they knew what you don't write down, you don't remember. What you don't remember, you don't build on. Scribes were considered creators of civilization because documentation meant progress. Your modern version isn't complicated. Document your goals, document your systems, document your lessons, document your failures. Reed Hastings, founder of Netflix, built his entire company culture on radical documentation, clarity over assumptions. Charlie Munger documented decades of mental models, and that's why his thinking compounded over time. If you want a legacy, write, record, refine. Even your small notes today become your leverage tomorrow. Egyptians believed every person had a car, your personal life force or inner energy. We can ignore the metaphysics, but here's the right insight. Your energy is finite. Your focus is finite. Your attention is finite. Protecting it is a strategic advantage. Athletes like Kobe Bryant mastered this. His mornings were distraction free. His evenings were intentional. His work sessions were closed, quiet, and sacred. Rick Rubin, the legendary music producer, creates distraction free environments to protect artists' creative energy. When you guard your energy, your work has depth. When you leak your energy, your work becomes noise. In Egypt, words were seen as builders of reality, not manifestation, not superstition, just psychological clarity. They believed your language shapes your future. Modern psychology agrees. When you tell yourself, I don't have time, your brain shuts down. When you shift to, I'm choosing not to prioritize this, you immediately regain power. Leaders who build legacies use precise language. Steve Jobs used intentional language to rally teams. Angela Duckworth frames challenges as skills to be developed. Shane Parrish talks about clarity before action. Words shape mindset. Mindset shapes output. Output shapes legacy. Egyptians didn't build pyramids because they felt inspired one afternoon. They built them because they had a blueprint, a long term plan that guided every decision, every resource, every worker, every single stone. And if you think about it, most of us try to build our lives without one. So let's break this down in a way that actually works today. What is the impact you want to leave? I'm not talking about your job title, not the promotion, not I want to be successful. I'm talking about impact. What do you want people to associate with you? Clarity, discipline, innovation, or is it kindness or strength? What problem do you want to be known for solving? What contribution feels meaningful to you? Most people skip this question and then wonder why their life feels directionless. What systems will help you create that impact? Egyptians believed rituals shape identity. Today we call it systems. Your daily habits are micro bricks. Your weekly routines are the scaffolding. Your monthly learning is this constant refinement. If you want a legacy built on creativity, your system is daily writing. If you want a legacy built on leadership, your system is learning, practicing, reflecting. If you want to build a legacy built on clarity, your system is thinking time, scheduled, protected, non negotiable. Legacy isn't created by intensity, it's created by consistency. Next, what environment supports this? This is the part people underestimate. Your environment is either building your legacy or slowly erasing it. Egyptians built sacred spaces for work, planning, and learning. Today, your environment can be as simple as a clean desk, the right people, fewer digital distractions, a schedule that matches your energy, or it could be reducing noise from your life. Motivation is unreliable. Environment wins every time. Next, what are you willing to sacrifice? This is the uncomfortable part, but it matters. Every meaningful legacy requires giving something up. Maybe it's endless scrolling. Maybe it's low quality friendships. It could also be a job that drains your potential. Or maybe it's the need for instant results. We are so used to the idea that we can have it all that we forget real depth demands trade offs. Egyptians accepted this. They invested decades into what they believed mattered. We have to do the same. Next, who do you need to become? This is the heart of the blueprint. Not what do I want to achieve, but who do I need to be for that achievement to make sense. If you want to be known for clarity, you have to become someone who thinks before reacting. If you want to be known for discipline, you have to act in alignment, not impulse. If you want to be known for strength, you have to make decisions rooted in values, not pressure. Identity creates action. Action creates legacy. And the truth is, this is exactly where most people fail. They want the pyramid, but they don't want to change into the kind of person who can build it. Here's what I've realized. We underestimate how much of our life is wasted on things that don't matter and overestimate how long we have to build the things that do. I've started asking myself simple Egyptian style questions. What am I building? What am I protecting? What will remain? And honestly, once you start thinking like this, your distractions looks small. Your priorities look sharper. Your decisions become cleaner. Legacy thinking forces you to level up. Legacy isn't about pyramids or mountains. It's about the work you do with depth, the habit you repeat with intention, and the clarity you carry every single day. Ancient Egyptians had a simple rule: live in a way that time cannot erase. And maybe that's the only rule we need to. If you enjoyed this, please do subscribe. We are building a community of people who think long term, act strategically, and move with purpose. Thank you.